Hello everyone, welcome to Tour Academy. So today I am going to explain some question answers of this chapter, that is chemical reaction and equation. This is the first chapter of chemistry class 10th, and already I have explained this chapter earlier in my previous sessions. So today I am going to explain some question answers of this chapter. So let's start. First question is, name the substance oxidized and reduced in the following redox reactions. These are the two redox reactions. Redox reactions already I have explained in my previous sessions. It means oxidation. When in a reaction, oxidation and reduction take place simultaneously in the same equation, then that reaction is known as redox reaction. Right? And redox reaction, most of the chemical reactions are redox reactions because in reactions, chemical reactions, oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. So let's start the first equation. MnO2, manganese dioxide, is reacting with hydrochloric acid to form manganese dichloride, chlorine gas and water is formed. So we will have to tell which substance is getting oxidized and which substance is getting reduced on the basis of our definitions of oxidation and reduction. So first, manganese dioxide, because after the reaction you will see it has converted into manganese dichloride, it means oxygen is removed from it. So that is why manganese dioxide is getting reduced because of the removal of oxygen from it. There is no oxygen in the manganese dichloride. After the reaction, manganese dioxide converted into manganese dichloride. So removal of oxygen. That is why manganese dioxide is getting reduced. Number two, what happened to HCl? HCl में after the reaction you will see hydrogen is removed and chlorine gas is formed. Hydrogen से water बन गया आगे जाके, and there is no hydrogen in this after the reaction. In hydrochloric acid there is no hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen is known as oxidation, and that is why HCl is getting oxidized. So this is the answer of this. Only these two things were asked in this question: the substance which is getting oxidized and the substance which is getting reduced. Oxidizing agent and oxidizing reducing agent they have not asked. So this is the complete answer. Second equation is 2Na. Sodium metal reacts with chlorine gas to form sodium chloride. So here we will have to explain the substance getting reduced and oxidized. We will use electronic concept of oxidation and reduction. Earlier in my previous sessions I have explained about one point of oxidation and reduction. Last point in fact, कि there is electronic concept of oxidation and reduction is also there. What is that concept? Electronic concept means electrons. It is based on loss of electron and electron gained by an atom. So loss of electron is known as oxidation. What is electronic concept of oxidation reduction? Loss of electron. If an atom loses electron from its outermost shell, then it is getting oxidized. Number two, gain of electron. Gain of electron is known as reduction. It means when an atom is gaining electron, then it is getting reduced. So this is the electronic concept of oxidation and reduction. Now what is happening in this equation? Sodium metal is combining with chlorine, which is a non-metal, and forming sodium chloride. And how do they react? Sodium atom has one electron in its outermost shell. Its electronic configuration is 281. Atomic number इसका 11 होता है. So on the basis of this atomic number, its electronic configuration is 281. It has 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell, and 1 electron in the third shell. This 1 electron in the third shell makes the third shell unstable because minimum 8 electrons are required in the any shell. Last shell, outermost shell should have 8 electrons in the outermost shell, then an atom becomes stable. But this is not stable because it has only 1 electron in the outermost shell. It is quite reactive. It is very unstable. Whenever this sodium metal comes in contact with another metal, that is chlorine, then they start combining with each other because chlorine atom is also very unstable. Its electronic configuration. What is electronic configuration? You must have studied in class 9. So electronic configuration of chlorine is 287. In the last shell, it is having 7 electrons. So here chlorine is also very unstable. Sodium is also very unstable because they don't have complete outermost shell by having 8 electrons. So whenever they come in contact with each other, they will start reacting. How do they react? This sodium will lose 1 electron from its outermost shell and give it to chlorine. So now the electronic configuration will become like this, 2, 8, 8. By losing 1 electron, it will become stable because the penultimate shell, that is the second outermost shell, is already complete. By giving 1 electron to chlorine, third shell of chlorine has also become complete. So after losing 1 electron, after gaining 1 electron, both will become stable and complete. But by losing and gaining 1 electron, after that there will be a drastic change in sodium. 1 electron इसने lose किया, so it has 1 proton more than electron, so इसके ऊपर 1 unit positive charge आ जाएगा. Electrons are negatively charged, so when 1 extra electron is entering into this atom, that is chlorine, extra atom electron, that is negatively charged particle, so it will be having 1 unit negative charge. And because of the electrostatic force of attraction, they will be held together so strongly. Sodium atom is having positive charge on it and chlorine atom is having negative charge on it. Because of this opposite charge, electrostatic force of attraction will be there and they will be held together so strongly and they will form sodium chloride. This is the balanced equation. Now, how to explain oxidation and reduction taking place in this equation? Because this equation, neither it is having oxygen nor it is having hydrogen. So in my previous जितने भी आपके examples हैं उनमें या तो addition of hydrogen है या addition of oxygen है या removal of oxygen, removal of hydrogen is taking place. But in this case, neither oxygen is there nor hydrogen is there. Then how to explain it? On the basis of electronic concept of oxidation and reduction. So now अभी मैंने आपको बताया what is oxidation. Oxidation is that process in which an atom loses its electron from its outermost shell. That is, loss of electron is taking place. Here in sodium, loss of electron is taking place. It has lost 1 electron from its outermost shell. So sodium is getting oxidized, right? On the other hand, chlorine has gained 1 electron. जो सोडियम ने उसको 1 दिया. So gain of electron, already I have told you, gain of electron is known as reduction. So which element is gaining electron? Chlorine atom is gaining electron. So chlorine is getting reduced due to the gain of electron. So on the basis of this electronic configuration and electronic concept, you will have to explain that which substance is getting oxidized and which substance is getting reduced in this equation. So if in your examination you have this type of equation where metals they always lose electrons, non-metals they always, if they gain, sometimes neither they gain neither they lose, they are stable and वो lose भी नहीं करते, gain भी नहीं करते, और like carbon और कभी ion नहीं बनाते. So the substance which gain electron is getting reduced. So you can use this concept also to explain the oxidation and reduction. जैसा कि इसमें हुआ. Yes, there is another concept. You can explain this equation on the basis of another concept, that is oxidation reduction में the addition of non-metal is known as oxidation, and addition of metal, this is another definition of oxidation and reduction. So in this equation, sodium metal is added to chlorine, right? So chlorine is getting reduced. It means addition of metal is taking place in chlorine, and addition of metal is known as reduction. Addition of non-metal in an atom is known as oxidation. So sodium में क्या हो रहा है? Chlorine is added. Chlorine is a non-metal, so addition of non-metal is taking place in sodium. So in this way also you can say sodium is getting oxidized because of the addition of non-metal, and chlorine is getting reduced because of the addition of metal. So on the basis of these two concepts, you can explain which substance is getting oxidized and which substance is getting reduced in this question, right? So now we take another question of this chapter, that is oil and fat containing food items are flushed with nitrogen gas. The substances which are having oil or fat in them, आपने चिप्स के पैकेट देखे होंगे, they have a gas filled in them, and why and what gas is filled in them? Because fat and oil containing substances, they get oxidized very easily in the presence of bacteria which are present in the atmosphere. Atmospheric bacteria उनको oxidize कर देते हैं and they become rancid. Rancidity हो जाती है, foul smell उनमें से आने लग जाती है. Now they are not fit for eating purpose. So that is known as, that process is known as rancidity. Rancidity is also because of the oxidation. That is the observation take place in our everyday life on the basis of oxidation. So to avoid, to prevent that rancidity of oil and fat containing substances, or to check this process, oxidation process को prevent करने के लिए, normally what do? We fill nitrogen. We flush out nitrogen gas from these substances. तो इसमें nitrogen gas, what is the role of, why we use nitrogen gas? To prevent the rancidity process, that is oxidation process of oil and fat containing food. So nitrogen gas का यहाँ पे क्या role है? Nitrogen gas, it is a very unreactive gas, and atmosphere में nitrogen is, a lot of nitrogen is there, plus because of the presence of oxygen in the atmosphere, there are some bacteria, and bacteria in the presence of oxygen, atmospheric oxygen, they oxidize the food containing fat and oil. So nitrogen gas here, it acts as an Antioxidant. Antioxidant means it works against the oxidation. एंटीऑक्सीडेशन का मतलब कि जो ऑक्सीडेशन फूड में हो रहा है उसके अगेंस्ट काम करते हैं एंड दे प्रिवेंट द ऑक्सीडेशन. सो यू मस्ट राइट दैट वर्ड नाइट्रोजन हियर. इट इज एक्टिंग एज एंटीऑक्सीडेंट. एंटीऑक्सीडेंट का मतलब इट प्रिवेंट्स oxidation process, and if it prevents oxidation process then your food will not get oxidized and it will not become rancid. There will not be any rancidity. So in this, now make a summary ki why do we use nitrogen gas in food material. तो इसका आंसर है कि to prevent the rancidity or oxidation taking place in the food due to the presence of bacteria and oxygen in the atmosphere. They oxidize the food. To prevent this process, we use nitrogen gas which acts as antioxidant. ये वर्ड आपने जरूर यूज करना है कि नाइट्रोजन गैस acts as antioxidant. It prevents the oxidation. In other words, it prevents the rancidity of food. So next question is, why do we apply paint on iron articles? Iron articles के ऊपर पेंट क्यों करते हैं? Why iron articles, Fe, iron articles are painted? या पॉलिश उनको करते हैं या पेंट करना पड़ता है. What is the reason behind it? The reason, the answer is that iron, it is very reactive metal. In the presence of moisture present in the atmosphere, oxygen gas present in the atmosphere, iron gets corroded. Rusting हो जाती है iron की. corroded मतलब it gets spoiled. इसमें होल्स हो जाते हैं एंड देयर विल बी अ ब्राउन कोटिंग. रेडिश ब्राउन कलर की कोटिंग इसके ऊपर हो जाती है. दैट इज नोन एज रस्टिंग. दैट ब्राउन कलर सब्सटेंस व्हिच स्टार्ट्स फॉर्मिंग ऑन दिस आयरन एंड डिस्ट्रॉइंग आयरन इज नोन एज रस्ट. सो दिस हैपेंस ड्यू टू द ऑक्सीडेशन. अगेन दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन ऑक्सीडेशन रिडक्शन. आयरन इज गेटिंग ऑक्सीडाइज्ड in the presence of oxygen, of atmospheric oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere. So to prevent the oxidation, in other words oxidation of iron, जिसमें एक Fe2O3 की आयरन ऑक्साइड की ब्राउन कलर की कोटिंग हो जाती है, उसको रस्टिंग भी कहते हैं, जंग लगना. So iron is getting rusted or iron is getting oxidized, one and the same thing. To prevent this process, we will have to paint it. Now, paint अब क्या करता है इसमें? Paint prevents the supply of oxygen and moisture to the iron. So, when iron does not come in contact with oxygen and does not come in contact with moisture of the atmosphere, then it will not be rusted. It will not be oxidized. So this is the answer of this question कि why iron articles are painted. They are painted just to prevent the rusting process because this paint, it does not allow air or oxygen and moisture content to come in contact with iron. So this is the answer of this question. So next question is, what do you mean by precipitate reaction? Give two examples also. What do you understand by precipitate reaction? Now what is precipitate reaction? In my previous session मैंने आपको बहुत डिटेल में I have explained what are precipitate reactions. The other name of precipitate reaction is double disc displacement reactions. Now double displacement reactions are also known as precipitate reactions. Why we call them precipitate reactions? Because during double displacement an insoluble solid is formed. That insoluble solid is known as precipitate. In most of the double displacement reactions, a precipitate, again I will explain what is precipitate. An insoluble solid is formed in a liquid, in a solution. Those insoluble solids are known as precipitates. So during double displacement reaction, most of the time a precipitate is formed. That is why sometimes displacement reactions are also known as precipitate reactions, right? So now this is the meaning. First of all, you will have to explain the meaning of double displacement. ये तो अभी मैंने आपको ये बताया कि double displacement is also known as precipitate reaction. Now you will have to explain what is the meaning of double displacement reaction. So meaning of double displacement reaction is when exchange of two ions takes place. Exchange. When two ions exchanged their position with each other, then it is known as double displacement reaction. Right? Example आपको, so this is the definition. In double displacement reaction, two ions get exchanged their position with each other, and in simple जो आपका सिर्फ displacement reactions में only one element is displaced by another element, but the difference between displacement and double displacement is in double displacement two ions are exchanged, two elements they are exchanged their position with each other. एग्जाम्पल भी आपको देने दो. सो फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल में देती हूँ सिल्वर नाइट्रेट AgNO3. यहाँ पे इसमें पॉजिटिव आयन है सिल्वर के ऊपर, सो दिस इज वन आयन. एंड सोडियम क्लोराइड Na, कोई भी आप एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हो. NaCl, बोथ रिएक्ट विद ईच अदर. NaCl में पॉजिटिव चार्ज, इन पे भी चार्ज है, पर एक्सचेंज इन दोनों का होगा, positively charged ions का. They are also known as cations. So silver ion, sodium ion, they are charged particles in these compounds. So after the reaction, what will happen? Sodium ion will take silver ion position and silver ion will take sodium ion position. And after the reaction, what are the products? Silver सोडियम की जगह लेगा, सोडियम सिल्वर की जगह. तो सोडियम जब सिल्वर की जगह ले लेगा तो एक तो बनेगा सोडियम नाइट्रेट NaNO3 instead of silver nitrate. In the product it will be sodium nitrate and silver will take place of sodium ion. So second product will be AgCl, silver chloride. And where is the precipitate? This is the precipitate. White color का PPT means precipitate will be formed. So this is one example. Again I will explain the example. Double displacement क्यों है? Because these two ions are getting exchanged. Silver ion and sodium ion. Both are exchanging their position. So after the reaction, sodium nitrate will be formed instead of silver nitrate. Silver chloride will be formed instead of sodium chloride. This is a white colored precipitate. So this is an example of double displacement reaction. Another example, two examples आपसे पूछे, so you can take another example. Like if you take सोडियम सल्फेट. सोडियम सल्फेट होता है हमारा Na2S sulfate. When reacts with barium chloride, this is barium chloride. Both the compounds, when they come in contact with each other, इसमें positive charge, इसमें positive charge, come in contact with each other, then what do? They exchange their ions, or instead of sodium sulfate, now barium sulfate will be formed, plus instead of barium chloride, sodium chloride, NaCl will be formed. Right? So this is another example of double displacement reaction. Next question is, in the refining of silver, the recovery of silver from silver nitrate involves the displacement reaction by copper metal. Refining of silver means we extract silver from silver nitrate. Metallurgy में we extract different metals, sometimes by heating, sometimes by melting, sometimes by passing electric current, and sometimes by reducing them. So a number of processes are involved during metallurgical processes. जो आपका next chapter है metal and non-metal, उसमें हम explain करेंगे. So here the question is, silver nitrate में से you want to extract silver by using, as it is written in the question, silver को आपने recovery करनी है, निकालना है silver nitrate में से by the displacement reaction. और displacement किससे करेंगे आप? Copper से. So before explaining this equation, you should be familiar with displacement reaction. इससे पहले हमने double displacement किया. Now this equation, this question is based on displacement reaction. Displacement reactions are those reactions in which more reactive element is able to displace less reactive element. यहाँ पे अब दो मेटल हैं, one is copper metal, another is silver metal. According to our reactivity series, copper is present above silver in the reactivity series. So you can say copper is more reactive than silver. So more reactive elements are able to displace less reactive elements. This is known as displacement reaction. So here copper will displace silver and take its place. तो यहाँ पे copper silver की जगह लेके instead of silver nitrate there will be the formation of CuNO3 whole twice, that is known as copper nitrate, or silver will be displaced. 2Ag, silver will be displaced. So this is the answer of this question. How will, during the refining of silver, we use copper for the displacement of silver from silver nitrate. So explain the reaction. So iska explanation mein you will have to tell copper is more reactive than silver, so it will displace silver and form copper nitrate. Copper will take its place, silver की जगह copper ले लेगा, and copper nitrate and silver will be displaced, and you will get the silver metal. This is known as refining of silver. Next is next question is, write differences between displacement reaction and double displacement reaction. A number of times we have used displacement reactions and double displacement reactions with examples. So यहाँ पे आपसे इसमें they have asked about the differences. So what are displacement reactions? Displacement reactions, those reactions in in which more reactive elements are able to displace less reactive elements. More reactive elements, maybe metals, maybe non-metals. This reaction takes place in both metals as well as in non-metals. So more reactive elements, you can say, can displace less reactive elements. On the other hand, what is double displacement? Double displacement reactions. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले ही मैंने आपको बताया कि in double displacement two ions get exchanged. Two ions means charged particles. Two ions are exchanged with each other, exchange their position. So this is double displacement reaction. दोनों की मैंने definition बता दी और अभी मैंने बहुत सारे examples displacement and double displacement के लिए. Displacement का तो अभी recently हमने AgNO3 plus Cu, ये displacement reaction will form CuNO3 whole twice plus 2Ag. This is the balanced equation. On the other hand, double displacement reaction में अभी example उसके दिए हमने like Na2SO4 sodium sulfate reacts with barium chloride to form BaSO4. White precipitate बनता है इसका because double displacement reactions are also known as precipitate reaction. You can add one more point in the differences between displacement and double displacement. In displacement reaction, no precipitate is formed, while in the case of double displacement reactions, normally precipitates are formed. So white PPT, यानी कि white precipitate is formed plus 2NaCl. Solution will be separated out from this white precipitate. Right? So इसके examples भी हो गए. So ये question आपका answer complete हो गया. Next is write one example each for decomposition reaction. Now when I was explaining different types of reactions, तो उसमें मैंने आपको एक टाइप बताया था रिएक्शन का, that was decomposition reaction. क्या बताया था? Decomposition reactions. Decomposition reactions are those reactions in which one substance gets break down or gets decomposed into two or more than two products or compounds. एक substance gets decomposed and form 2-3 different types of compounds. So this breaking down process of a compound into two or more than two products is known as decomposition reactions. So आपके question में they have asked कि give one example of each where decomposition is taking place by applying heat energy. One example of this, when decomposition reaction is take place in the presence of light energy, and one example where decomposition reaction is take place by passing electricity. I have told you in my previous sessions, when decomposition reaction takes place in the presence of heat energy, then those decomposition reactions are known as thermal decomposition, thermal reactions. When light energy is used to decompose a compound, then it is known as photo decomposition reactions. And number 3, when you pass electricity to decompose a compound, then the reaction is known as electrolysis or electrical decomposition reaction. So, these names are given to these energies, and decomposition now depends upon what type of energy is decomposing them. So, heat energy means thermal decomposition. When this reaction takes place in the presence of light, photo decomposition. When decomposition takes place in the presence of electrical energy, then electrical decomposition, or you can say electrolysis. अब इनका एक एक एग्जाम्पल ले लो. थर्मल डिकम्पोजिशन का मैंने एक बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल दिया था. फॉर एग्जाम्पल CaCO3 just by heating. This is the symbol of heat energy. Just by heating, आप पूरा हीट लिखना. जब भी एग्जामिनेशन में आपके आता है तो हीट एनर्जी gets decomposed into CaO and carbon dioxide gas is produced. You can take another example like 2KClO3 potassium chlorate in the presence of heat gets decomposed into 2KCl plus 3O2 oxygen gas will be formed. Number 2, photo decomposition. Well known example of photo decomposition reaction, that is AgBr silver bromide. Just in the presence of light, whatever is the type of light, maybe sunlight, maybe any other light, gets decomposed into silver plus bromine gas के brown reddish brown color के fumes निकलते हैं. For example, you can take another example, AgCl in the presence of light gets decomposed into shining grayish colored silver metal. उसके fine particles will be produced plus chlorine gas will be formed. So these are दो की बजाय एक की बजाय हमने दो एग्जाम्पल दे दिए. These are some of the thermal decomposition where heat energy is used, photo decomposition where light energy, and last is electrical decomposition. So इसके well known example NaCl. You will have to take aqueous solution. Dry form में you cannot pass electric current. पास ही नहीं होगी तो electrolytic decomposition भी नहीं होगा. So liquid form में आपने aqueous solution के form में लेना है. And now pass electric current, then it will get decomposed into sodium metal plus chlorine gas will be formed. Yellowish green color की chlorine gas will be formed. Another well-known example, water. 2H2O. जितना मर्जी आप इसको हीट कर लो, it will not get decomposed into its constituents unless you pass electric current. Electric current pass करोगे, only then hydrogen gas and oxygen gas will be formed. So this is the answer, complete answer of this question. Ki what is decomposition reaction? Give one example of each where heat energy is used to decompose, light energy is used to decompose a compound, and electricity is passed to decompose the compound. So these are the examples. Next question. Why are decomposition reactions called the opposite of combination reaction? Decomposition reaction opposite किसके होते हैं? Opposite of combination reactions. With example you will have to explain it. For example, first फर्स्ट वी विल टेक कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शन और उसी का फिर देखेंगे बिल्कुल हम रिवर्स कर देंगे, बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में रिएक्शन विल टेक प्लेस एंड द सेम reactants will be formed. So first of all, like CaO reacts with CO2 gas, carbon dioxide gas and calcium carbonate will be formed. This is a combination reaction. Now what are combination reactions? Two compounds combine together, two or more than two compounds combine together chemically and form a single compound, single product. So that is known as combination reaction, right? So this is a combination reaction. Now just do reverse of this reaction. Now take CaCO3, just heat it strongly. It will get decomposed into same constituents जिससे ये बना था, like CaO and CO2. So in this way we can say that decomposition reactions are just opposite of combination reaction. Another example you can take, like we have water also, H2 plus O2 combine together and form 2H2O, that is water. Now do reverse of it. Take water, pass electrical current through it, electricity, electrolytic decomposition. So water will get decomposed into 2H2 plus O2. It will get converted into its constituent जिससे ये बना था. So these are the two examples. On the basis of these examples we can prove that decomposition reactions are just opposite to combination reaction. Next question is, why is respiration considered an exothermic reaction? Another question is, why respiration is called an exothermic reaction? So first of all, you should know the meaning of respiration. Respiration is the breaking down of glucose molecule in the presence of oxygen in the body cells, in our body cells. हमारे body cells में, like ये हमारा body cell है, nucleus है, cytoplasm है, and in this body cell, each and every cell has some structures. इसके अंदर कुछ cell organelles होते हैं like this. These are known as mitochondria. Mitochondria are also known as powerhouse. Powerhouse means here energy is produced. Inside the mitochondria, energy is produced. And how this energy is produced? By respiration. Respiration process in our body is taking place in these mitochondria. Now what is respiration? Respiration is the breaking down of glucose molecule. Glucose molecule is C6H12O6. This is glucose molecule. This is the simplest form of any type of carbohydrate. किसी भी टाइप का आप कार्बोहाइड्रेट खाते हो except cellulose. Cellulose is also a carbohydrate, but that cellulose does not get oxidized in our body. It does not get digested in our body because we don't have those enzymes to digest cellulose. पर फिर कोई और function के लिए हमारे लिए वो भी important है. But glucose is the simplest form of carbohydrate. That is, carbohydrate की another form is sugar. Another form is starch. So starch, sugar, they are carbohydrates, right? So either you eat sugar or starch वाला कोई भी आप food खाते हो, so in our body during digestion process sugar and starch it gets decomposed into its simplest form. Any type of sugar, maybe sucrose जो आप घर में खाते हो, sucrose that is C12H22O11, वो आप जो आपकी everyday life में common sugar है, घर में जो खाते हो आप, उसका नाम है sucrose, C12H22O11. चाहे that is a very complex form of sugar. It is not absorbed by our blood as such. It has to be converted into its simplest form. The simplest form of sucrose is C6H12O6, that is glucose. Or any type of sugar like galactose, like fructose, like maltose, all these types of sugars, whenever you eat them during digestion, they get converted into their simplest form, C6H12O6, that is glucose. और ये ग्लूकोज हमारे माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में ब्लड लेके जाता है, प्लस our blood takes oxygen also in this mitochondria. In the mitochondria में this glucose gets decomposed in the presence of oxygen and form carbon dioxide gas, water vapors plus energy. Energy बनती है, heat energy. Some of the heat energy we breathe out and some of the energy हमारे बॉडी में यूज हो जाती है and some of the energy gets converted into chemical energy, that is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, वो आप बायो में पढ़ते हैं. So come to the point now कि why respiration is known as exothermic reaction. Now what are exothermic reactions? Exothermic reactions are known as reactions in which heat energy is released. When heat is released, those chemical reactions are known as exothermic reactions. Now you see in this reaction also where glucose is getting broken down into carbon dioxide gas, water vapors, and lot of heat energy is also produced. So in this whole reaction, पूरा reaction क्या कहलाता है ये? This is known as respiration. This whole reaction is known as respiration, which is a very complicated biochemical process taking place in our mitochondria. This is respiration. आपका question है कि why respiration is also an exothermic reaction. So you can see in the reaction, this chemical equation I have written, you can see glucose molecules burns in the presence of oxygen in our mitochondria to give carbon dioxide gas, water vapors, and heat energy is produced. So during this reaction, because heat is released, so that is why you can say this is also an exothermic reaction. So now ये तो मैंने आपको काफी डिटेल में बता दिया, लेकिन आपने इसको बिल्कुल शॉर्ट में टू द पॉइंट आंसर आपने देना है. एंड टू द पॉइंट आंसर क्या है कि रेस्पिरेशन इज एन एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन बिकॉज during respiration glucose molecules burn in the presence of oxygen in the mitochondria to produce carbon dioxide, water vapors, and heat energy. Because heat energy is released in respiration, that is why it is also an exothermic reactions. So in this way, to the point, you can explain the answer. Another question, all these questions are from NCERT. इसके बाद मैं कुछ आपके वो भी लूंगी, एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस भी. तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन NCERT का है, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्सोथर्मिक एंड एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. सेम क्वेश्चन बार बार रिपीट हो रहा है. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्सोथर्मिक एंड एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस. अभी बताया मैंने, exothermic reactions are those reactions in which heat is released. Along with the products, heat is also released, then they are known as exothermic reactions. On the other hand, endothermic reactions are those in which heat is absorbed. While during reaction, heat absorbed hoti hai, then the reaction takes place. So just opposite to each other. Heat is released, heat is absorbed. I will give you some examples. एक तो अभी आपने respiration वाला ही example ले लिया exothermic में. Same example C6H12O6 plus O2 6O2 is equal to 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus heat. In exothermic reaction, you will have to write down plus heat along with the products. Another example, you can take methane gas, also known as natural gas, CH4, burns in the presence of oxygen to give carbon dioxide gas and 2H2O, that is water. Water भी बनता है इसमें, right? 2H2O2. This is the balanced equation. Methane gas burns in the presence of oxygen to give carbon dioxide. Burn होता है तो naturally plus heat. Lot of heat is produced. This is an excellent fuel. हम इसको जब burn करते हैं ऑक्सीजन के presence में, it forms carbon dioxide gas, water, and lots of heat is released. Excellent fuel it is. This is a natural gas का वो है one of the constituent. 95% मीथेन गैस होती है नेचुरल गैस में. So this is another example. तो इसमें भी आपकी हीट बनी. So this is also an example of exothermic reaction. सिंपल सा एक और एग्जांपल आप ले लो. कार्बन बर्न्स इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन to give carbon dioxide gas plus heat भी बनती है. So आपने इसमें क्या चीज नोट करी कि during exothermic reaction you will have to write down the heat plus heat along with the products. So in this way you will have to write down the equation. और दूसरा आपका एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन के एग्जाम्पल है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपका एक नाइट्रोजन गैस N2 नाइट्रोजन गैस रिएक्ट्स विद ऑक्सीजन. आपको हीट इसमें देनी पड़ती है तो बनता है नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड 2NO. एंड व्हेन एन एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन टेक्स प्लेस तो आपको इसमें क्या करना पड़ता है, माइनस हीट. यहाँ पे आप क्या लिखोगे, माइनस हीट. इन एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन आपने क्या लिखा था, प्लस हीट. यहाँ पे आप लिखोगे 2NO माइनस हीट, राइट. So this is how to write an endothermic reaction. N2 plus O2 react together to form 2NO, that is nitric oxide, and minus heat. जिस भी आप apparatus में, maybe test tube में reaction करा रहे, it will become cool. वो ठंडी हो जाएगी क्योंकि heat is absorbed. Another example, 2HGO, mercuric oxide gets decomposed when it reacts. इसको जब तक आप हीट नहीं देते हो, यहाँ पे भी आप हीट लिख सकते हो. हीट दी आपने इसको, यानी कि इसने हीट एब्जॉर्ब करी. यू कैन राइट लाइक दिस ऑल्सो. ये हीट माइनस हीट लिखने की बजाय along with the reactants also you can write plus heat. यहाँ पे उसमें आपने प्रोडक्ट के साथ हीट लिखा था, इसमें आपने रिएक्टेंट के साथ हीट लिखा. इसको अगर मैं यहाँ नहीं लिखूंगी तो आई विल राइट इन दी एंड माइनस हीट करके. सो प्लस हीट एब्जॉर्ब करी इसने. एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ हीट इज नोन एज एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन. तो ये क्या बनाएगा, 2Hg प्लस O2, सॉरी 2Hg mercury metal and oxygen gas will be प्रोड्यूस. सो दिस इज अनदर एग्जांपल ऑफ, इसको ऐसे भी आप लिख सकते हो, यहाँ से हटा के यू कैन राइट माइनस हीट ऑल्सो like this. The test tube or any apparatus जिसमें भी this reaction is taking place will become cold. So this is another example, right? तो इसके बाद आ जाता है next question. This is the last question I am taking. इससे पहले मैंने एक सेशन में आपको शुरू के कुछ क्वेश्चंस भी करा दिए थे. ये मैंने आज बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन से शुरू किए हैं, पीछे से आगे की तरफ ले आई हूँ. आगे वाले मैंने पहले आपको करा दिए. सो आई थिंक मैंने ऑलमोस्ट सारे क्वेश्चन ऐसे ERT के एक्सप्लेन कर दिए. नाउ नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल टेक सम एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस आल्सो. तो अभी आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा है, राइट द बैलेंस्ड केमिकल इक्वेशन एंड आइडेंटिफाई द टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन. आपने क्या करना है, बैलेंस्ड केमिकल इक्वेशन लिखनी है इनकी एंड identify the type of reaction. You will have to tell two things. First, the reaction is given in words, so you will have to write down the chemical equation, balanced chemical equation, and you will have to identify the type of reaction. For example, first is when potassium bromide react with barium iodide. First equation, when potassium bromide reacts with barium iodide, बनते क्या है, एक तो बनता है पोटेशियम आयोडाइड एंड बेरियम ब्रोमाइड. पोटेशियम आयोडाइड एंड बेरियम ब्रोमाइड. This is the equation given in words. Potassium bromide react with barium iodide to form potassium iodide and barium bromide. Now you will have to convert it into balanced chemical equation. So इसके लिए you should know the chemical formula. Now what is potassium bromide? Potassium bromide is KBr. This is potassium bromide. What is barium iodide? Bai2. Barium iodide. So after the reaction क्या बने? Barium iodide, barium, potassium iodide and barium bromide plus potassium iodide. Barium iodide था, now it has become barium bromide. पहले था barium iodide, now it has become potassium iodide. Balance करने के लिए you will have to write down 2 here. So this is the conversion of chemical reaction in words into chemical equation. Next is when zinc carbonate is heated. When zinc carbonate is heated to form zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. अच्छा, दूसरा मैंने आपको ये नहीं बताया, इससे पहले जो मैंने आपका रिएक्शन लिया था that is 2 KBr plus BaI2 to क्या बना था इसमें, पोटेशियम ब्रोमाइड KBr प्लस आपने लिया था बेरियम आयोडाइड, तो बना था BaBr2 plus Ki. So this was, what type of reaction is this? here two ions are getting exchanged. ये positively charged potassium ion, barium ion, they are getting exchanged their position. Barium potassium जुड़ गया iodine के साथ, barium जुड़ गया bromide के साथ. So this is a case of डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट रिएक्शन. पोटेशियम आयोडाइड का एक प्रेसिपिटेट यहाँ पे बनेगा. सो दिस इज व्हाट टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन? इट इज डबल decomposition. Double decomposition also known as precipitate reaction हुआ है, right? So ये मैं बताना भूल गई थी आपको. Next is zinc carbonate is heated to give carbon dioxide and zinc oxide. So zinc carbonate is heated. ये तो आपका वर्ड्स में दिया हुआ है. Zinc carbonate. Zinc carbonate is heated to give zinc oxide and carbon dioxide gas. How to write it in the form of chemical equation? Balanced chemical equation. Zinc carbonate का आपको formula पता होना चाहिए. That is ZnCO3. It is heated decomposition, thermal decomposition to give ZnO plus CO2. It's a balanced chemical equation. What type of reaction is this? It is thermal. Thermal भी आपने जरूर लिखना है. Thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition reaction. Next is hydrogen and chlorine react together to form hydrogen chloride. So many times I have told you, when HCl is in the form of gas, then it is known as hydrogen chloride gas. When HCl is in the form of liquid, then it is known as hydrochloric acid. तो यहाँ पे हाइड्रोजन गैस combines with chlorine gas to form hydrogen chloride gas. So write down the equation, balanced chemical equation. Hydrogen means H2. What is the meaning of chlorine gas? Cl2, 2HCl, hydrogen chloride gas. Chlorine gas, hydrogen chloride gas. अगर इसमें वाटर मिक्स कर दोगे then it will become hydrochloric acid और फिर उसको हम हाइड्रोजन क्लोराइड गैस नहीं बोलेंगे, we will call it hydrochloric acid. Last question है, so what type of reaction is this? ये भी आपने लिखना है. Don't forget to write the type of reaction. Hydrogen chloride, chlorine, both are combining together to forming a single compound. So this is a case of combination reaction. Combination reactions, right? So ये हो गया. And the last इसका जो equation है, that is magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid. Magnesium एक very reactive metal है. Magnesium metal reacts with hydrochloric acid to give magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. Now how to convert it, this word equation into chemical equation. Magnesium metal का symbol होता है Mg. Reacts with hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is HCl. बनता क्या है, मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड। मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड का फॉर्मूला इज MgCl2 एंड प्लस हाइड्रोजन गैस इज evolved. यहाँ 2 लिख दोगे, equation will be balanced. So this is all about today. I have explained 12 questions in all. I hope you have understood all these questions. तो ये मेरा चैप्टर मैंने एक officially I have explained complete chapter. और अभी मैं I will take another chapter, maybe bio का या फिर physics का. So इसके time to time I will give you some extra questions also. Because in your examination no direct questions are asked, topics are the same, but they will make a story या उसको घुमा फिरा के they will ask a question. So these are, but if you will be able to answer those indirect questions only when your basics are clear, तभी आप उनको एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो. आपको बेसिक नॉलेज हर टॉपिक की होनी चाहिए. आप रट्टे नहीं लगा सकते हो यहाँ पे कि रट लिया और हो गया, नो. क्योंकि जिस टाइप के आपके बोर्ड में क्वेश्चन आते हैं, दे आर नॉट अ सिंगल क्वेश्चन विच इज डायरेक्टली आस्क्ड इन बोर्ड. सो ऑल द क्वेश्चंस आर थोड़े बहुत घुमा फिरा के, ताकि ये पता लगे कि आपको बेसिक नॉलेज है या नहीं है. So remember this thing. Next time to time I will take some extra questions जो बोर्ड में ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं या एक्सपेक्टेड है आने के लिए. और साथ में I will start a new chapter. मे बी शायद बायो का लाइव प्रोसेसेस में स्टार्ट करूँ या फिर मैं फिजिक्स का भी शुरू कर सकती हूँ. सो थैंक यू. सो